Providence is known for her gold, red, and blue paints, but why did traditional 18th century ships paint the outside of their ships anyway? This is certainly something I have wondered for a while, so welcome to another Tall Ship Tuesday. My name is Caroline, and this week, because Providence is getting a brand new coat of paint right before the grand opening of the Senator John Warner Maritime Heritage Center in just a few weeks, we thought it would be fun to investigate the history of paint on tall ships. Well, as fun as it is watching paint dry, you all are here for more of the history about that paint, which I promise is more interesting than it sounds. But first, let me go somewhere a little bit more comfortable. That's better. Now, almost as long as ships have been sailing, they have been painted for a variety of reasons, be it identification, along with the flag that they're flying to tell their enemies and allegiances, and prevent unnecessary bloodshed in battle. It was also used to camouflage themselves, or even protect their ships from the elements with weatherproofing. The paint that was used on the original Providence was likely from one of about 30 shops in Rhode Island. The paint trade at the time between the years of 1758 and 1819 were pretty small, and at these paint shops, they were selling everything from brushes and pigments to oils and even gold leaf. These ingredients were purchased individually and then mixed on the job. Now, boat paints were often a mixture of linseed oil as the vehicle, pigments as the colorants, and turpentine as a dryer. Here on Providence, we actually use a similar recipe for our exposed wood, like here on our shear poles or here on our boom and gaff. Let us know if you want to learn about either of those parts in a future Parts of Providence. You can let us know down in the comments below. While you're down there, if you're interested, we have more information about these paints in this week's adventure page. Link down in the doobly-doo. Now, the question is why these boats were painted in the first place. When it comes to identification, many ships were painted in certain colors. The Royal Navy actually standardized their colors back in 1715 to yellow and black, but this decree was largely ignored until about 1780 when another order was issued. This color scheme was actually known as the Nelson's Checker, modeled after Admiral Horatio Nelson, where the ship would be painted in bands of yellow and black with black gun ports. According to Nelson, this was done to be distinguished with greater certainty in case of falling in with an enemy. With very visible gun ports, it acted as a threat to many passing American vessels, but this led to a new opportunity for merchant ships looking for safe passage. Instead of arming themselves with heavy artillery, they were able to paint their ships to look like they had heavy artillery. Take a look at this 19th century ship, the Jeannie Johnston. Notice the black and white checkered pattern. While they did not carry guns, from afar it looked like they did. No one messed with this tall ship when she sailed on the seas. Now, while some ships without guns painted their ships to look like they had them, other ships took the opposite approach, having guns, but hiding their gun ports so that ships did not know that they were armed. It is possible that Providence was painted this way. While there are not many paintings of Providence with her ports closed during the Revolutionary War, in many paintings, she is depicted with open gun ports, painted red inside, and some of the renditions of contemporary ships have theirs painted outside to match the hull. This indicates that she may have been disguised in the same way, and could use this camouflage to either intimidate British merchant ships with the ports open, or to look innocuous to bigger or more menacing naval vessels that could blow this tiny ship out of the water. Personally, I'm inclined to believe that given Providence's reputation throughout the Revolutionary War, she may have had some tricks up her sleeves. But now it's time for me to get back to painting, so thank you all for joining the Tall Ship Providence Foundation on this Tall Ship Tuesday. If you liked this video, please hit the like button or consider subscribing to the channel. We put out new educational material each week about maritime history, seamanship, tall ships, and even the occasional sea shanty. Until next time, we hope to see you back on another Tall Ship Tuesday. Bye!